Welcome back. So in this class, we are going to be showing us how to debug your application, specifically Node.js application. So if you look at this project here, you will see that there are a lot of directory in this project. There are a lot of project directory, but specifically we want to see how to debug this application. It is written in Node.js TypeScript, and for debugger to work, you have to compile it down to Node.js. So we have done the compilation by running npm build. Everything's behind the scene. But you as a programmer should know how to do this without any difficulty. Now, please, about distribution folder, it consists of one entry point, which is app.jx. So let us see how we can debug what is happening. So I will use one endpoint, which is login endpoint, to demonstrate this so that you can see how each endpoint runs step by step within your application. So the first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to click on run and debug. When you run this, if we click on this, well, you're going to see something here that said that run. Do not run it yet. Click on the drop down and come to Node.js. If you want your PHP, you can do this. If you want Python, you can do that. But for now, what we want to do is Node.js application. If you click on that, it will show you most of the directory that exists and which part you really want to go to. So we want to go to this part here, which is backend main. Let us look into the backend main and see what is going to happen. So now we are in the backend main right now for this particular project. We are in the backend main for this project here, and the debugger has been in that place. So now let us click run. So you can see it starts the backend main. It will look into the backend main, look all around until it see an entry point file. You can see by itself it's spinning up node command, which is what npm run start. It has picked it up. Then it says that the application has started, and the entry point is where distribution, which is dist/app.js that I just show you previously. Now the debugger has been attached. Can you see? The step is very simple, and you can see the console output. The step is very simple. The first thing you need to do, click on your debugger run, click on this drop down, click on Node.js, then attach your directory, then click run. It will locate the entry point of your project. For me, it is app.js. Are you getting me? Remember, if you're writing in TypeScript, you need to compile, you need to transpile. That I think it's not compilation, but a transpilation for TypeScript to Node.js. That is that. Now, let us go on and see how we can use this to debug our project. So let us see into the project, the distribution, right? That is where we need to go to. Then we have this endpoint, which is app.js. But my app.js is where my server is living. I wrote it in such a way that it will be testable, so I have to separate things. So just let me go into this source folder and locate my modules, because I have a lot of modules. This is module-based architecture. So under the modules, I will get what we call auth. So under my auth, I have route for my auth. Are you getting me now? I go into the route. I want to test this particular auth controller login. I want to see how my login will behave. So what do? I put a breakpoint in that place. Are you getting me? Now, one thing you'll be expecting is that, wow, the thing should start debugging like that. No, you need to trigger the endpoint before you can see what is happening. You can see step in to step out one step. Are you getting me now? Step in by one step and step out by one step, or what we call step over. They are not yet activated because this endpoint is not yet triggered. You can write bash or shell command to trigger this particular endpoint, but for me, I will use the front end to trigger this endpoint. The front end for this is here. So I just covered the username password area. Let me now click on login. So now since I click login, you can see this one is highlighted. What is happening? So the endpoint has been triggered. So what is happening now, you can start debugging your application, and all the details about this application is here. All the variable, local variable, the closure functions, all the other closure, and the global as well. Everything is here. You can now see that your request is under global. Your request, let me just zoom into this so that you can see more things as possible. So you can see your request at A to B is global function. All the global functions that they use in your application are this one here. You will see that there. Then you will be able to see your local variable, the variable used within your application. One of the variable is what? Request, and another one is what? Respond. I didn't type this because I typed it in my TypeScript. When it transferred down to CommonJS, you will see that the tag has been removed. So there you have request, you have response variable input into your what we call closure function. Now what do we need to do? So this one has been activated. Let us now step into the function to see how this function runs step by step. It's gonna take a lot. So it comes into the login logic, and it comes into the login logic. It look into what we call the login DTO, which is data transfer object, and it goes on like that. It goes on, it will be moving on, Are you getting me? It will be moving on until the request reach the endpoint. So whatever you want to observe, maybe a particular missing data or unbound variable, or a particular object that is not deleted when the function is called, so that you are done automatically set it to null because of memory usage, so that your system can perform normally, or you can have high performance login system. You are going to see it here one by one. It's tedious, it's gonna take time, but with this you'll be able to identify all your endpoints, because our REST API is based on endpoints. No matter the type of API that you are writing, maybe REST API, SOAP API, Simple Object Access Protocol, or we run the GraphQL. Every one of them has a way you can debug them to see what is going on and what are the bottlenecks that you need to fix, especially when it comes to code where you need to put everything that has to do with queuing a worker in place. That that it's a process that requires a long time to complete, and there are too many requests that can come in at the time. So you need to put queue in place so that all the requests to be queuing. Then you need to set up a worker that will be executing them. You need to know how to implement all your queue worker bool, everything in place, so that your application can perform very well. So this is how to debug your Node.js simply without any stress. It's very simple and it's not that difficult. But for your application to perform well, for the quality of your job, please, all these things are required. Do these things so that you know that yes, you have a reliable system in place. Thank you for listening. I am Aziz Adio, full stack developer engineer.